This is not a drill. This is not clickbait. Your girl cut all of her hair off. Hey guys, welcome back to HIYA. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for stopping by. How was your week? How's your day? What's new with you? As you can probably see from the title and because you have eyes. Oh gosh. Your girl cut her hair. So this video, we're just gonna talk a little bit about why I cut my hair, how I came to the decision to cut all of my hair off, and to kind of just talk about how I'm feeling now. So for this video, and in honor of my big chop, I decided to do a tiny painting related to that. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's gonna be of a girl with big curly hair and cutting her hair. So yeah, so this week on Instagram, I didn't ask for a poll or suggestions about what to paint. I kind of had a little bit of an idea of what I wanted to do in honor of this video. And so I did ask for a color because I didn't know what I wanted to do the background of the painting. And so the options I think were purple, coral, yellow, or green, and the people spoke. Ultimately, coral won with 18 votes by 1 vote over purple. So for this painting, I'll do the background, coral, and then kind of just go from there. So some of you might know I got copyrighted in my last video. So there won't be any Alexa or any 90s R&B or anything like that playing in the background. So I've got this lovely copyright-free playlist going on in the background. So enjoy. So I'm gonna start by mixing up this coral really quick, so bear with me. I want it to be like a really bright, deep coral. Secretly, I'm glad that you guys picked coral because that's what I wanted. But I thought I would leave it up to voters. So I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, and trust me, I watched a lot of videos on YouTube. I spent too many hours just like watching people talk about their experience with doing a big chop, whether or not they would go through with a big chop, advice that they had about big chops. And so I spent so many hours just on YouTube doing research, and I've seen lots of videos of people talking about their experience, why they cut their hair. A lot of the people were transitioning. For those of you who don't know what that means, just transitioning from relaxed or permed or over straightened, chemically altered hair, and transitioning back to your natural hair. And so for me, I wasn't transitioning per se because I've been natural for like like 8 years. Junior year of high school or junior year of college is the last time I had a relaxer or any sort of chemical treatment to my hair. I mean, apart from dyeing it or bleaching it. That, I think, was the start of my like transition to my natural curly hair. Since then, I don't really remember. I need to start over. So I started getting relaxers in my hair, which is I should look it up. Okay, So a relaxer, for those of you who don't know, by definition, is a lotion or cream that makes the hair easier to straighten and manage. It reduces the curl by breaking down the hair strand and chemically altering the texture. Most women who decide to have their hair relaxed have curly hair who want it to be stick straight without any frizz. So I started getting relaxers when I was in, I think like 7th grade, so like 12, 13, 14, however old you are in 7th grade. And I did it because my hair was super thick, super curly. At the time, I thought difficult to manage. I just didn't know how to take care of my hair at that point, and would go in and get a relaxer probably every like 4 to 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks. I don't really remember. Chris Rock did a documentary called Good Hair. You should watch it if you haven't, or if you care about hair. And in the documentary, they called it the creamy crack. And it's called that because it really is like kind of addicting. Like, you do it, your hair is super straight, like it says. You kind of just like, especially if you're going in looking for straighter hair, you just fall in love with how easy it is to manage the hair, how smooth and straight and whatever your hair looks. And then in 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, your new growth starts coming in, and then you get this like really curly, really nappy new growth that comes in. And then you're like, oh, I need to go get a relaxer so that it matches the rest of my hair. And then it just becomes like this big cycle. You keep going in. Every time you go, there's more and more damage to your hair. I remember sitting and getting a relaxer, and like the gauge for when it was done was like, let me know when it starts to burn. Like, you are literally putting chemicals on top of your scalp, which, I mean, cannot be good for your brain, your skin, your hair. And so for me, by the time I got to college, my hair just looked like poo. It was like no curl pattern. It was really dry. It kind of felt like straw. When my curls came in, my hair looked funny because, like I said, you'd have like this new like curly hair and then just like this straight hair, so the pieces just looked really dead. And so in college, so junior year of college, I don't remember what it was or what kind of like prompted me to stop using relaxers. Maybe it was watching the documentary. Maybe it was just the fact that curly hair was in and I wanted curly hair. I truthfully do not remember, but junior year I decided that's it. Went an entire year without putting any heat to my hair. So straightening, blow drying, like anything. And I also stopped putting in like hair binders in my hair to help to stop with like breakage, because I was wearing my hair up in a bun or in a ponytail every single day because I played basketball in college, and I needed my hair up. And so I had my hair pulled back every single day or straightened every single day, high school through college. And so my hair was just atrocious. It was not growing. It would not grow past my shoulders. It was breaking off. The like middle part of my hair, like the crown, was way shorter than the rest of my hair because it was breaking off where my hair binder was. And so junior year I made a change, and since then I have not had a relaxer, and my hair was kind of thriving. Like, my curls came back, my hair was growing, I was liking my curl pattern, like things were going good. But like for the last couple of years, I've just been feeling like I don't really like dealing with my hair. It's just a lot of work. I don't like doing hair. I feel like I don't have the patience to do hair. I have watched so many different curly hair tutorials on how to do like flexi rods, twist outs, the best wash and goes, like everything. And I just don't have the patience, don't have the energy for that. And so I never did that stuff. And so my hair for the last few years went right back up to being in a bun, and not because I was playing sports or because I was doing anything, but because I was just too lazy to do anything else to my hair. I wanted something that was easy, low maintenance, and got my hair out of my face. But over the years, I started noticing kind of the same thing that I was noticing when I was in college, like my hair not growing, it breaking off at the ends. And so for the last couple of years, I've just been thinking about how much I want to cut my hair, or how I think it would be a good idea to cut my hair. I've been like really playing around with it. My mom has short hair, and she's been telling me to cut my hair for forever. And so this year, I was like, this is the year I'm gonna do it. And my birthday is next week. Happy birthday to me. And every year around my birthday, I like to do something to just like signify the new year, whether that's a new piercing, a tattoo, dyeing my hair, getting a haircut. And so this year I was like, I'm gonna cut my hair. So I went on social media and I posted something that was like, all I need is 4 people to just tell me to cut my hair, and I swear I'll do it. So many people responded, which I wasn't really expecting. So, I mean, it was cool to have everybody be like, yes, cut your hair, it's gonna look so cute. But then I was like, oh shoot, now I have to actually cut my hair. And so I went into the bathroom that weekend after I made that post and took scissors and I cut off. So my hair was probably like down here straight. And I cut off up to here in the bathroom. So I straightened my hair and I was like, I'm just gonna cut off to my shoulders because this is the last time I'm gonna have straight hair for a really long time. Like, I wanna have shoulder length straight hair. So I cut it off like that much to my shoulders by myself in my bathroom. And you know, I don't think it was a terrible haircut. If I can link a picture, I will try to and show you guys. Leave in the comments. You let me know if it was a terrible haircut. I thought it was good. So did that, had straight hair for like a week, washed my hair. It was curly when I tell you, it shriveled like all the way here. One side was way shorter than the other side. Like, it looked bad. And so I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna cut it all off anyway. I'm gonna make an appointment, schedule it, cut it next week. The following week came around and I chickened out. I don't know what was going on. Like, I had my brother tell me not to cut my hair. He said that it was a bad idea and it wouldn't look good. People asking me why I was gonna cut my hair, asking me if I was okay, if I was going through something. And so I chickened out. I was like, it's not a good idea. What am I thinking? I worked so hard to get my hair to this point that it is now. I should just do a deep conditioner, do a hot oil treatment, get a little, well, I already gave myself a trim. Just like suck it up and like take better care of my hair. And so that happened. That was like 3 weeks ago. And last week I was at work and I had cancellations for the rest of the day. This is last Thursday. And so it was like 12 p.m. and I was kind of getting like, ooh, my birthday's coming up, like time to do something drastic-ish. And I texted my friend and I was like, I'm gonna go get a piercing. And she was like, okay, but like, when are you gonna cut your hair? And it was right then that I was like, you know what? Yes, like I do want to cut my hair. I've been saying I'm gonna cut my hair, why don't I cut my hair? What about cutting my hair? Like, I said I was gonna do it, like, what happened? And I realized in that moment, like, the only reason I wasn't cutting my hair was because I was worried about what other people were gonna think about me if I did cut my hair. Or I was worried that other people would be like, oh my God, your hair, oh my God. Like, I didn't want others to like comment on me or like acknowledge that I cut my hair or like wonder why I cut my hair. I was just so worried about what everybody else would be thinking that it stopped me from doing something that I truthfully had thought about for a couple of years and had been wanting to do for a couple of years, and it had photos of people with similar face shapes as mine saved in my phone for months, and had been watching YouTube videos about it for months. And it was in that moment that I was like, you know what, you're right. I just need to go for it. I just need to do it. Like, other people's opinions of me are none of my business. Like, I'm gonna go. So I made an appointment that afternoon at 12:30. My appointment was for that night at 5 p.m. I went to a barber. I should actually tell you the name. Whatever. So I went to a barbershop and my appointment was at 5 and I was freaking out, and so I asked my boyfriend to go with me and he did. And so we went, we got there, and I sat down, waited for my appointment, and when I got there, they were like, why are you cutting your hair? It is so healthy, it looks so good. And mind you, I am one of 2 females. The other one is with her son or nephew or whoever. It's just a bunch of men standing around cutting hair, getting their hair cut, and all of them are looking at me and they're like, why are you doing this? What's wrong? Are you good? I know that when women do something like cut their hair, that means they're going through something. Like, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing's wrong. My birthday's coming up. I really want to do this, so I'm doing it. Please cut my hair. If you see tears, don't stop, keep going. The barber was like, okay, whatever, here we go. And thankfully, he turned me away from the mirror. I feel like he did that on purpose, but he turned me away from the mirror, or maybe that's what they do at the barber, I don't know. He turned me away from the mirror and just went for it. He took the clippers with the guard and I don't think I was breathing for like the first 7 seconds of it. Like, I don't know, like I was scared, I was nervous, I was shaking. He asked me multiple times if I was okay because I was shaking so much. Yeah, I don't know, it was kind of just all a blur. And like as it was going on, I kind of like forgot that I was getting my hair cut, and so I would say like probably 5 minutes in, I was like, oh, this kind of feels good, like whatever, like not even really thinking about it anymore, not feeling nervous or whatever. But as it was happening, everybody in the barbershop started like gathering around. People are like coming and looking, they're like, oh my God, and I'm like, stop staring at me, what's going on, what do you think, is it cute? Oh, whatever. Again, it doesn't matter what they thought. Other people's opinions are none of my business. But luckily, everyone in there was like, oh yeah, it's gonna look good, you're gonna like it, whatever, which helped to kind of ease my anxiety and my stress in the moment. But when it was time for me to look in the mirror, I panicked and I was like, I don't wanna look in the mirror. I need to wait till we get in the car. Like, I wanna look in the car. I can't look, I'm gonna cry. And they were like, no, you have to look, you have to look, you have to look. The barber took the mirror, shoved it in my face, and was like, look. I immediately started crying. And it wasn't like bawling, like, oh my God. It was just kind of like, I think I went into a mini shock. There were just tears. I don't know, I felt like, it sounds so cliche. I felt free. I felt like I did something. I was like proud of myself for doing something that I was so scared to do and that I knew other people were going to be uncomfortable with, and I did it anyway. And so I think they were like tears of pride, tears of shock, tears, I don't know. Like it was just such a bizarre experience, and I think like unless you have the experience yourself, I don't really know how else to explain it. But it's like something that I had, like my hair, something that I had for literally my entire life, something that holds so much value in society today, something that people use as like a standard of beauty, or use as like people who cut their hair are compared to Britney Spears circa 2000 whatever, 2, 3, 4, I don't remember. Britney Spears when she went through her thing. That's what I feel like people relate cutting all of your hair off to. And you know, maybe it's just I don't like doing my hair. Maybe it's just I prefer shorter hair. Maybe it's just I wanted to do something new for my birthday. And so I think just like letting go of that standard that other people hold, or that society holds for women for their beauty, was just like empowering, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, so that was that. My hair looked atrocious when it first got cut because it had been picked out, so it didn't look curly anymore. It was just like my boyfriend was like, it was stick straight. It looked kind of crazy. Like I stuck my finger in a electrical socket. But I went home, deep conditioned my hair, washed it, and the curls came, and I didn't hate it. You know, I got a bunch of compliments on it, which made me feel good. Because even though like I don't want to give a lot of weight to my hair and cutting it, it really was a big deal. I don't know, it was scary and it was hard, and I'm really glad I did it. And my response the next day was that it was odd because I, throughout the day, just kept forgetting that I cut my hair because, like, I don't know. So that's that. I look greasy AF. Okay, so this is the background thus far. This is the coral. I might come back to it later and make it a little more corally, orangey, but yeah, have any of you guys cut your hair? Are any of you guys thinking about cutting your hair? If you are, one of the YouTubers or she's like on Instagram, one of the people that I really like looked to when it came to cutting my hair and like getting the courage to do it was Stacy's Interlude. Her name's Amanda Stacy. On Instagram, she's at Stacy's Interlude. On YouTube, she's at Carefree Black Girl. Hopefully she doesn't care that I say I'm talking about her. But she posted a bunch of stuff about her cutting her hair and how freeing and liberating it was. She had a really helpful YouTube video about don't cut your hair until you watch this video. I think I can link other videos in here. I'll do that. That was really helpful because I went into it just being like, ooh, this is gonna be amazing. And she kind of like laid out everything to be aware of before you cut your hair so that you kind of went into the decision fully knowledgeable. And so she was really good. I also follow, I think her name's Nia the Light on Instagram. That was another one. And there's one more. I can't remember her Instagram name. I'll post it in the bottom. But yeah, so if you're thinking about cutting your hair, leave it in the comments. Let me know. We can chat about it. I can tell you about my experience a little more in detail if you care. or I can refer you to some of the videos that I looked at. I can refer you to my barber. His name's Ed. I don't remember the name of the barbershop. It starts with a P and it's in St. Paul, but I will put that in the bottom also.
Okay friends, so after I finished editing the video, it was like 49 minutes long, so rather than making you sit here and wait and watch the whole video, you can see part 2 if you're really interested in this stuff. Okay, bye!